Hallo liebe Zuschauer, ich bin hier in Charlottenburg vor dem Laden Revanche de la Femme, einer Schatztruhe für Frauen. Wunderschöne Korsetts, Corsagen, Lingerie, alles im Stil der 50er Jahre. Und hier treffe ich gleich auf Bernie Dexter, der Pin-Up-Queen aus den USA. Und ich bin wahnsinnig aufgeregt, sie endlich kennenzulernen. Und dann gehen wir jetzt mal rein.
Hi, I'm Bernie Dexter and I'm at Revanche de la Femme today in Berlin on Neukölln TV.
Is this the first time to Germany for you? Have you been here before?
I have been to Germany 3 times. This actually is my 3rd time. First time to Berlin. The first 2 times were to southern Germany.
And how do you like it? Do you have any favorite places or cities so far, or foods or things you experienced here?
I have discovered that I actually love Germany. It's one of my, when I find out I'm coming to Germany, I get really excited. It's one of my most favorite places on earth. And I love it for many reasons. I love all the food. I haven't tried one thing that I didn't like yet. And
it's good.
Yes, it's very good. And I love the people. It seems every time I come here, I'm welcomed with open arms. And even if it's strangers on the street who don't even know who I am and what I do, I get the same warm greeting. I mean, I could go into an elevator and they always say good morning, and it's lovely. You're lovely people.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy that the people behave.
That's true.
So what brings you to Germany this time?
Well, I was invited by Revanche to come and do a signing and also work with RS Vivendi and do some modeling as well with them. And my husband's playing in, oh golly, in Spain and also in Lyon, France.
And so when you've been here before to Germany, do you already have lots of fans, German fans especially?
You know, it was really surprising to me because I don't surf the internet and read about myself. So when I came to Germany the first time, I was really surprised that people actually were really excited to meet me and lined up for autographs and stuff. So it was really exciting. And I, once again, just amazed with the hospitality of the German people.
And for how long have you been working for German labels then?
I have been working with RS Vivendi probably for about 3 years, maybe 3.5 years.
So this is also the way, your style that you wear at home every day?
Well, I don't wear corsets every day, but yes, most of the time when I'm at home, I'm always dressed in the 1950s style. In fact, I forget, and if I go to the grocery store, people will always stop and look at me and go, "You look so cute," and I forget that I look, you know, but I'm in dungarees and a ponytail and a little sweater or something, but yeah, more comfortable.
But still people in the States look when you dress up in the way of the 50s, because like in Germany it's not that usual. I mean, okay, we have the 50s fairs, but it's not that you go around like that every day. But I would think that maybe in the States it's more normal than here.
I will say, I do see a lot of rockabilly culture in the States, but it's still not completely normal. A lot of people don't put their red lipstick on to go to the supermarket.
But I think more people should do that, shouldn't they?
Absolutely, you know, and I'm trying to be a role model for those women.
So is that what fascinates you at the time, that people were still dressing up every day, or what is it that really fascinates you with the clothing and the time of the 50s?
Well, the clothing was tailored a lot better to the women's body. They were actually, designers were more body conscious, so it flattered the women's figure. You knew where your waistline was. It wasn't down here, it's on your waist. You know, pant legs had hip room, so you know, you could actually be curvy and not, you know, clothes weren't ill-fitting back then. And I think that they were more aware of women's femininity, and I think that our culture's forgotten that a lot. You know, women just throw on sweats and go out to the market. I mean, you still want to look beautiful and feminine. Even if you're in dungarees and a ponytail, it's still a very feminine, cute look, to me anyway.
So that is also what you like about Revanche de la Femme. Is there a certain item here of the collection that you really, really like?
Oh, do I have to just pick one?
I couldn't.
I know. You know, the truth is, when they sent me the corsets and clothing to model for the Eternal Calendar that I did this year, I was amazed. My jaw dropped on the ground. And when I put the clothing on, the corsets, I mean, you could wear this corset all day long, and it's very, very comfortable. It's, once again, body conscious. And the designer, I found out, she actually wore corsets 3 days before she would actually finish, saying that, oh, this is going to be a final product, because she wanted to know how it fit for her customers. How comfortable were we going to be? So, yeah, and I do actually have one favorite in particular corset that I liked, and it's a black and white one with some embellishment on the front. It kind of reminds me of a French maid.
Okay, maybe you can show that later to us. Okay. So what would you say, what makes the difference in a good corset, a quality corset, in comparison to all the cheap imitations that you can find on the market?
Well, I definitely would say the fabrics that the designers choose to use, and also the quality of the boning, and also it has everything to do with the way it's cut and sewn. So, for example, if the designer is wearing it 3 days before she says, this is the final cut, go ahead and produce it, she knows what it's going to feel like on her customers. And I can honestly say, as someone who wears them, it makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference. And I'm not feeling as bad to spend as much on a corset that I know I can actually wear comfortably for hours than I would to buy one that doesn't look as flattering on. That makes sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's buy lots of corsets.
But for people who are not really into corsets or 50s clothing, what should they look out for when they're doing their shopping? Well,
I think that it's not so much about following trends as much as being aware of what your body type is and wearing what flatters your own figure. You don't, just because everyone's wearing hip huggers one year doesn't mean that I should be wearing hip huggers, because they're just because I have hips, so it makes my waist look bigger. So just dressing for your own body type, and I think that's probably the best advice I'd give anybody who's looking to shop for any style. Just shop for what feels comfortable and looks good.
One more question, you're probably going to hate me for it, because everybody's probably asking you that.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm going to ask?
No, I don't know.
No. When you're doing research of Bernie Dexter, and often you're compared to Betty Page. Yes. Is that something that you do with makeup and styling, or is it just that it is a coincidence that you resemble her in a way, or like a gift of nature?
Honestly, it is a gift of nature, and there's a lot of Betty Page fans can be very, very emotional about it. They either love me or hate me. It's one way or the other. And honestly, it's not the makeup. I have gone to photo shoots with no makeup on, and the people say, oh my gosh, you look more like her when you don't have makeup on than you do when you have makeup on. So, and it was something that I didn't even realize until I started modeling, and every company I would model for would say, oh, you look just like Betty Page, or we hired this girl who looks just like Betty Page. And I would say to Levi, they're going to be really disappointed when I show up because I don't look like Betty Page. And one day he just looked at me, he went, okay, I'm going to tell you. He goes, you do? And I've never said anything to you about it because I really enjoyed you just being yourself naturally, and I didn't want you to have a hang up on it. And I was like, really, you think so? And so I finally got curious myself and looked at pictures of Betty Page, because I really never paid attention. And yeah, I see some resemblance, and it is kind of strange. And Betty Page also saw the resemblance, and she was a fan of mine too. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, so that was
wow.
Yeah.
What a compliment.
I know. Maybe we're related. Who knows?
So it doesn't get on your nerves when people say that?
No, it doesn't. It's actually, it's very flattering. I mean, to be told you look like one of the most beautiful women that ever lived and not even be aware of it all your life it's very flattering. It is.